Let's take a look at the flex offense and see what that can offer. The flex is a continuity offense that's going to allow all 5 people to play the different positions on the court at a different time. So there's one way that's kind of the traditional way to get in it. If you want to search for other ways inside the coaching academy and inside the library, there are various other ways that you can see to start this offense. But I want to give you the basics of it just to make sure that you get your guys on the same page, because this really will work in a simple form. But as teams get used to it, sometimes throwing in a little extra can definitely help get your players open and get them to score more easily. The first thing to know is that wherever your point guard is, your low block player has to be on that same side. So we're going to go ahead and put our 5 there. We'll throw our 3 in the corner. We'll start with our other post player at the elbow, the opposite elbow, and our 2 there. So this is going to be the alignment all the time. If you want to start this 4 down low, you could do that, but it's got to pop up to give us the same alignment eventually. So what happens here is our 4 wants to make sure that he seals, he pops, and we can get a pass. This is extremely important. On this pass, our 5 has to be ready to set a screen outside the lane, and the 3 has got to be ready to make a cut right in there. That's the flex cut. So the 4 is catching it and automatically looking down low to see if there's a pass right there. This can surprise teams a lot. So if that's open, go ahead and take it. Know that the farther your 4 gets out, the harder the pass is to make because it's too long. You've bought yourself a half a second to a second here to get the 3 open and get the ball to him. So you want to start at the elbow and you want to catch as close to the 3-point line as you can to make a short pass. The farther out, the less likely it is to get that pass. So we've made the pass to the 4. Our 3 wasn't open. And the rest of our players are kind of in this position. We want to then down screen. Oops, let's go ahead and get rid of that. We want to go ahead and down screen for the 5. Allows the 5 to come up to the elbow area right here. And then our 1's going to pop out. So that's going to give us our spacing here. And we'll see why that's important in this next view here. So our 5 is here. And our 4 needs to reverse that ball to him. So the same thing, we can get that 5 as close to the 3-point line as possible. That's going to make this next part that much easier. Our 3 now has become the screener. 2 sets it up, and 2 is coming in here. And we're trying to get a 5-2 look right there. Remember, our 1 has spread out. That's what gave us that room there. If the 1 stays, we clog it up, and this cut won't be effective. So now we have a look like this. Our 4 has passed it to the 5. Once the screen is set for the 2, 4 automatically comes down. It's going to set a screen. 3 is going to pop up. 4 is going to step to the outside. And again, our 5 had the ball here. 5 now is looking to reverse the ball to the 3 right at the 3-point line right here. Our 4 has popped out here, allowing the 2 to be ready to set the screen, and we'll just continue in it. So you can see how the continuity of this offense just goes and goes and goes, and everybody's going to play the same position. One thing sometimes you want to play with is who's going to be your first cutter. If you don't want a guard to be your first cutter, you want a big to be that, then go ahead and move the 4 off of the top area, the elbow, and maybe you switch them. You put your 3 up here and your 4 down there. A note to just kind of pay attention to is your 4 and your 5 often are your biggest players. So if your 4 is your first cutter, you can easily have a switch here, where a big man does not typically want to switch on a wing or a guard. So having a smaller player be your first cutter, a lot of times makes a lot of sense. You could switch these players, so your 3 is your screener and your 5 is your cutter, though, because the same holds true. Your smaller player doesn't want to switch off on a big in the post. So there are some variations to this, but this is the basic flex cut, basic continuity offense. If you want more inside the membership, there are plays for the flex. There are some different quick hitters. There are also some pressure releases. So You can go ahead and take a look in the Coaching Academy and in the Coaching Library to find lots of different variations of how to start this offense and some ways to add a little flair to it to get your team the shot that you want at the right time. So, Coach, I hope this helped you out understanding the flex, and it's something that you can use with your team. Love to see you inside the membership at CoachMattDennis.com. Thanks.